I am so excited. I haven't looked at this. I have completely avoided. Let's share the screen. I've avoided spoilers so well. I haven't even looked at this page. I just logged in, started recording, and I can see the banner at the top. Cast your vote? Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, let's have a look. I have a feeling I'm just not going to read any of them, and I hate when that happens. Okay, I can't remember how I do this. I'm not looking at spoilers. Vote in the opening round, I guess. Ends in 4 days. I'm slow. Okay, reader's favorite fiction. It's not a great start, guys. I don't know. This is a beautiful cover. In fact, they're all kind of beautiful covers. And this is where we're going to find so many things I want to read, but we'll go back and do that later. Mm, okay. I have only heard of, like, title-wise, ignoring authors. I've heard of the Frederick Backman My Friend's book, but I've never read anything by the author. I would like to though. Um, I've heard of The Correspondent. I've heard of Cursed Daughters. I love that cover as well. And that is it. I didn't realize Ocean Vyong had released another book. We're gonna have to skip this. Yep, we're gonna skip this one. Okay. Reader's favorite historical fiction. What a stunning cover. Oh my goodness. That's so beautiful. Oh, so is this. Intriguing wise. Okay, right. No, we're gonna go back and look at things I want to read, okay? And make a TBR maybe. Book Club of Troublesome Women. Fantastic. Okay. Have I read any of these? Oh, I really, really want to read The Hounding. Ooh. I can't vote in this round either. This is a solid start. Solid start. Mystery and thriller. Okay. I didn't read many brand new books this year. Is that my problem? I've got so many. Mm, I liked the sound of, I'm not voting for them unless I've read them. I liked the sound of We're All Guilty Here by Karen Slaughter. I've heard so many good things about Beautiful Ugly. Haven't read it, obviously. Um, I've read nothing. I've read no Richard Osman's, but after watching the film, I'm kind of curious. But there's a lot of books now. That's number 5. There's a lot of books. Also heard good things about Lisa Jules Don't Let Him In. Still not tempted to read it, but I'm curious. Frida McFadden, how many times are you on here? The Crash, The Intruder, and The Tenant. I've heard of The Tenant, but I haven't heard of the other ones. I don't think I'm interested in reading those. Okay, romance. We might have more luck with romance. Maybe not. Okay, I heard good things about Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I've never read anything by the author, but I would quite like to. I heard that it was supposed to be called Wet, as in WHET, but publishers, editors, I don't know, said no. Also heard very good things about Say You'll Remember Me. I'm actually quite tempted to pick up an Abby Jimenez next year, so maybe, but I haven't read it. Also would quite like to get into this series. What's the first one? Butcher and Blackbird? Not sure if that's right at all. I read an Elsie Silver book this year and hated it, so I won't be voting for that. I heard bad things about Problematic Summer Romance. Okay. Ooh, I own one of these books. Maybe I own the first one. That would make sense. I have read a couple of Emily Henry's, maybe just one, Book Lovers. I think I only read Book Lovers. But I quite enjoyed it and would pick up another one. Well, 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 what do we have here? Gingerbread Bakery, I did in fact read. Wait, is that the one I read? Did I read that? Hang on. Gingerbread Bakery. No. No, 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 no. How is that already on here? It was published this year. Who's reading it before winter? What? I'm saving it for next month. I'm going to read it in December. I read in October or September. October, I think. I read The Strawberry Patch Pancake House. So I can't vote for that yet. And I'm halfway through If It Makes You Happy. I think I'm going to really enjoy it and I am going to finish it at some point. So I'm voting for that one. Okay. We've got somewhere. We made one vote. Picking up any of these, Can I go back and tell you what I would like to read from the other sections? Because I feel like I neglected these rounds. Let's go general fiction. Okay. Um, I am curious by this one. Yes, that sounds amazing, and the cover is gorgeous. Wild Dark Shore. Okay. I do want to read a Frederick Backman, but I don't want to start with that one. Mm, ma, 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 ma. Okay, just the one I think will do. Okay, looking at historical fiction, there was what's this one? This is a nice cover. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Ugh, yeah, obsessed with this cover. Yes. Also, yes. Margaret Jones. Hey, I know a Margaret Jones. I don't think it's the same Margaret Jones. I'm basically just going off covers if I haven't heard of them before. Childhood tragedy? I'm not sure I want a childhood tragedy. No, the book club for troublesome women. I think I saw this when I was in America and was pretty curious about that one. We'll add that in. Don't think. Oh, I'm so excited to read this one. Oh, it's already marked as one to read. It's already on there. Okay, let's go back. Mystery and thriller. Okay. Did I actually want to read any of these? The Ghostwriter. Nope, I don't think so. Sorry. Almost did. I don't think I'm going to want to read any of these. Okay, we're going to move on to romance. We already voted. I don't think there's anything I really want to read from here. I am going to read The Gingerbread Bakery, but I'm not going to mark it as want to read. Yeah, okay. We'll move on to romantasy. Back to voting. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm so excited to read this, but I don't think I've even ordered it yet. I feel like I pre-ordered it. Clearly not, because it's not on the shelf. Oh my gosh. Right, don't skip ahead. Don't skip ahead. I haven't heard of either of these two, Our Vicious Oaths or Silver Elite. Sounds pretty good though. I 100% will be reading A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I love Sangu Mandana. I loved her other book, which was on my shelf, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. She's also just like a lovely enigmatic person. I met her at an author signing. I adore Emily Wilde series. Loved this book. It did not disappoint whatsoever. Look how high that rating is. 4.10. Damn. It's likely that's what I'll be voting for. I don't think I have any interest in reading this series. So I won't be doing that. I don't think those three appeal. Alchemized, I am partway through reading. I am honestly pleasantly surprised. I think the internet led me a little bit astray because I had heard that it was a dark romance and I thought I would hate that. But it's really not a romance. It's very historical, political fantasy with romance kind of in it so far. I'm halfway through. I do own this, The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy, and would quite like to read it, but I haven't finished it yet. Wild Reverence, I've heard very good things about. Yes, I am quite tempted. I'm going to mark that as one to read. Onyx Storm, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I read Fourth Wing earlier this year, like very beginning of the year. I then bought Iron Flame immediately afterwards, and I read the first chapter because it left it on a cliffhanger and I wanted to know what happened. Do I have any interest in completing Iron Flame? No, not really. So I think I might even be unhauling it and probably won't continue the series. I feel terrible about it, but that's where we are. So I don't think I'll be reading Onyx Storm or continuing the series at all. The Night and the Moth, I am so unbelievably excited to read. It's quite high up my list. I think I'm going to read it maybe between Christmas and New Year when it's like cold and gloomy and I've got loads of time. I actually quite like the idea of reading this series as well, The Assistant to the Villain. Yeah, that's it. But not enough to mark it as want to read. So, bearing in mind what I've actually completed, I've only finished reading Compendium of Lost Tales, but it doesn't matter. If I had read all of these books, I would still be voting for Emily Wilde. Of course, she's my favourite, but quite a few on here that I want to read. Let's go into just fantasy. No romance. Ooh, I like Galaxy Harrow. Ooh, I'm interested. I've never read a Holly Black, but I'd like to. I've not read any of these top four. These are intense covers. Stephanie Garber. What did she write? Something about a circus, right? Ooh, I do want to read Brigands and Bread Knives. I've read the other two books. I loved Legends and Lattes. I really, really loved it. I did not like the prequel, but this is a sequel, isn't it? I think I might enjoy that a bit more. So definitely want to read that. Oh, my beloved. I have it on my shelf. Haven't read it yet, but I'm dying to. So there you go. It's already marked as want to read. Can't wait to read it. I'll mark this as want to read too. Watermoon, I am halfway through. I'm reading it for a book club, so I'm enjoying it so far, but I can't vote for that because I haven't finished it. Bury our so okay. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I can't wait to read this. I have been threatened to read it as soon as possible, and I will. Absolutely. But can't vote for it because I haven't finished it. I've heard mixed things about The Devils, I'm not sure how I feel about that. T. Kingfisher again? God, he writes so many books. Look, T. Kingfisher. If you had asked me 6 months ago, I would have said I adore T. Kingfisher, love all their books. Then I read Sorceress Comes to Call, and I hated it. I DNF'd it. I really could not get through it, and it's put me off picking up anything else, which makes me sad because I've got Nettle and Bone on my shelf that I can't wait to read. And what's that little skinny one? Thornhedge. I don't know what this is. And don't they have another book coming out either the end of this year or beginning of next year? Churning out books. I do think I would really like this. I'm not going to mark it as one to read, but I probably will still read it. I'm not going to give up on them just because I didn't like A Sorceress Comes to Call. Right. The Strength of the Few. I have now ordered. It's on my shelf. The Will of the Many. Everyone is talking about this. Everyone is talking about the sequel. Everyone is obsessing over Will of Many. The Will of the Many. I think it was in like everybody's favorite books of 2024. So I have bought it and I am going to read it. Again, it might be a book that I read between Christmas and New Year or try. It's quite long. So I would definitely like to pick this one up if I enjoyed the first one, that is. Catabasis. Catabasis. No idea how you pronounce that. It's on my shelf. I will read it at some point. I'm not really an R.F. Kuang fan, so I don't have the highest of hopes, but I will be reading it. I've heard good things about The River Has Roots. I've marked it as want to read. There you go. See, I think I would quite like to read that one. But when it comes to what I've finished, well, my friends, it's a resounding zero. I finished nothing. I'm halfway through Watermoon. I know I'm gonna love the sirens. Um, yeah, I can't vote, I'm afraid. Wow. Shocking. I hope the horror genre is better for me. I don't have high hopes. Okay, sci-fi. Sci-fi. Sci-fi is one of those things I really want to dip into, but I'm scared. I am scared. This is such a good cover. Sweeping debut set in unified Korea that tells the story of three strange siblings, two human, one robot. I like the sound of that. This is lovely as well. A thrilling and ominously prophetic debut set in a world where Earth and its resources have been pushed to breaking point. I mean, that's just everyday life. I think we've been here before. Oh, stunning cover. In a disorderly or chaotic state, messed up, chiefly in predictive use. That's lots of learning. I haven't heard of many of these. The Dream Hotel, I have heard of this one. Yes. Dreams are under surveillance? 100% yes. Bring it on. What else have we got? What's Automatic Noodle? I love the sound of this. A cozy near future novella about a crew of abandoned food service bots. Wait, yes, 100% love. Oh, I've heard good things about this. When the Moon Hits Your Eye. I don't think it's for me, but I have heard good things. The Moon's Replaced. What else have we got? Ooh, yes. Death of the Author I own. I'm so excited to read this one. Marking as want to read. Oh, I think I've also heard good things about this. Unsure. Not going to mark it. So yet again, my friends, I have read none of these. This is not great for me. I'm gonna try hard next year. I need to read more new releases, but my problem is I try to focus so much on what I currently own. Horror. Friends, if I haven't read at least one of these, I might just leave. This video may never actually see the light of day. Okay, it's fine. I can see one at least. Okay, first up, I've heard very, very good things about Breathe In, Bleed Out. Running from Her Demons, Harrowing Wilderness Trip. No one knows exactly the date, but unsure. What Hunger? Not heard of this. A haunting coming of age tale. Grapples with the weight of generational trauma. Violent power of teenage girlhood. Ooh, spicy. The possession. There we go. Of Alba Diaz. Demonic presence awakens deep in Mexican silver mine. The young woman that sees them must turn to a man she shouldn't trust. Curious. Still don't particularly want to mark it as want to read just yet. Friends. There are some books on here that I'm dying to read. The Haunting of Payne's Hollow. Nail-biting supernatural horror. A haunted lakeside property? Unsure. Blood on Her Tongue. Guess what? I have actually read it. I rated it 5 stars. I thought it was stunning. Absolutely stunning. Hungerstone is on my shelf. I can't wait to read it. I wanted to read it in kind of October, November, December time. So we'll see, I guess. Seductive sapphic romance? Yes. Absolutely yes. For fans of Amelia Hart's Wayward, tis I the fan. I'm not sure I'm in the mood to read a new Stephen King. So that's probably no. I want to read this author's other book, which I cannot for the life of me remember the name of, but I would quite like to read that one. I think I'm gonna really enjoy that author. You Weren't Meant to Be Human is upon my shelf. I read another of Andrew Joseph White's books, and I have immediately forgotten it. Hell Followed Hell, something about hell. Something about hell, and I really enjoyed it. So I do think I'm really gonna enjoy that one too. Don't know anything about these two. We Love You, Bunny. I don't own it yet, but I would like to read it. It's already marked as one to read. There you go. Bat Eater and Other Names. I have read it. I don't know why it's marked as one to read, but it's not marked. Why is it not marked as read? Interesting. Interesting, Goodreads. What's happened here? I liked it. Not a lot, though. The Lamb by Lucy Rose. I haven't read yet. I own it, and I know I'm going to love it. I'm not going to vote for it because I haven't finished reading it, but I know I'm going to love it. Okay? I'm confident. Oh, The Bewitching. Here you are. Look, I haven't read it yet. It's marked as one to read. I pre-ordered it twice by accident from the same place. How did I manage that? I managed to put quantity as 2. I'm mad about it. I don't know how I managed it. I don't know. I've heard mixed things about Witchcraft Wayward Girls. I don't think I'm going to want to read it. I don't know. Rachel Harrison, I loved Cackle. I have several of hers on my shelf, though, that I need to read before I buy any more. I have So Thirsty, and you're just going to have to trust me. There's something else. Black Sheep? Is that what that says? I don't know. It's hidden. I would like to read this one, but I want to finish the ones on my shelf before buying another because I've only read one of hers. So I'm just assuming I'm going to love everything she writes, but that's quite a bold choice. So looking at what I want to read a lot of these, but looking at what I've read so far, I have read Bat Eater and I've read Blood on Her Tongue. That's it. I'm not even a horror fan. I am voting for Blood on Her Tongue. Either way, I loved it. So it was going to be the one. Okay, debut novel. Maybe. Again, I didn't read many new ones this year. It's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. What's Loved One? We didn't read about this already. A September friend, a musician with a cultish following, dies unexpectedly. Intercontinental, that's a fun word to say. Quest to recover the... Okay. Not so sure about that. When the Tides... No. Alchemized, as I said, I'm halfway through. Haven't read any of these. This looks fun. Historical fantasy. Ooh. Maybe not. The Witch's Orchard. Ooh, Appellation. Ooh, okay. Yep, that sounds good to me. But again, haven't read it. I love the look of this cover. Every time I come past it, I'm just gonna obsess over it. Nope, haven't read any of them. What makes for a good audiobook? Let us find out. Have we listened to any of these? Again, partway through Alchemized, I am listening to the audiobook. The Let Them Theory, I would really like to listen to. So that's something. Oh, that surprises me. What year did what's the one with the little creepy girl? Oh, that's so annoying, I don't remember. But it's other mummy. Not sure, but I'm surprised that's not on there. Maybe that was 2024. I think that might have been 2024. Young adult fantasy and sci-fi. Have I read any of these? I'm not sure I have. Laura Stephen, I do quite like. I don't have that one on my shelf though. I have another of hers. Don't I? Do I? What do I have? What do I have? Unsure. Laura Stephen, Laura Stephen, Laura Stephen. Lauren Roberts. Very close. Not quite what I'm looking for. Oh, I can't see it, but it's on there somewhere. Never Ever After, I think I own. Do I own? Unsure. I don't know any of these. Floating World sounds fun though. Final Fantasy meets Shadow and Bone. Ooh, tempting. Okay, what have we got? Sunrise on the Reaping. Look, at some point I'll get there. At some point I will get there. Hecate, again, at some point I'll get there. At some point I'll get there. Hazelthorn, 100% yes. That will be being read. It is on my shelf. I loved the one whose name I have immediately forgotten. Why am I like this? Huh. What was that called? How annoying. I have no idea. My brain empty. The other one, Don't Let the Forest In. I know. Loved it. 5 stars. Fantastic. Fearless. I am gonna read the first one in the series. It's on my shelf. I don't think I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna read it. Rebel Witch, again, I would like to read the first one in the series. Haven't yet, don't own it. Would probably like to. Again, oh my god, it's the third one. I would like to read the first one. Is it? Oh, what is the first one? Oh, Legendborn. There you go. I would like to read it. I think I started the audiobook, but would rather physically read it, so I stopped. Well, my friends, I know you'll be shocked. I can't vote for any of them. Let's just look at YA fiction, shall we? I'm not going to mark any as want to read. Okay. Oh, you found Oliver. I really do want to read that. I do. Yeah, that looks cute. Falling Like Leaves. I didn't know that was YA. I heard good things about that. Gilmore Girls. Oh, cute. That sounds quite nice. I'm not marking it though. Dating and Dragons. I don't think so. Oh, yay. My friends, no. What's this? This is a fun cover. Ooh. You told me nothing. A most anticipated horror. Huh. I'll have a look at it. I can't read anymore. Well, look, it's not great. We'll move on to nonfiction, of which I read only one this year. Maybe two, actually, maybe two. But I don't think they were published this year, so we will see. I have very little interest. I do want to read The Let Them Theory. But other than that, no. There's nothing else I particularly want to read. What's the Idaho 4? Curious. I did want to read. No, I did read Know My Name by Chanel Miller, but I don't think that was published this year, so it's not on there. Unless it's a memoir. I mean, it is a memoir, but I don't think it's published this year. Okay, let's see if any of these take my fancy, or if I've read any. Unlikely. Yeah, no. History and biography, again, I just know I'm not going to have any of them, and I don't think I'm going to want to read any of them. It's just what I want. I do like something witchy, but I don't think that's for me. Wow, guys. Did I vote for like 3 books? Is that it? I don't know. I don't know about you. Do you vote for ones that you think will be really good? Or do you only vote for ones that you have read and enjoyed? I feel like the second one makes the most sense. That's what I'm voting for. But so I voted for romance, romancy, and horror. I mean, I have a type. I haven't even finished that, but yeah. Romantasy, I voted for Emily Wilde. Oh yeah, and Blood on Her Tongue. I need to up my game next year. Now we know. I quite like what I'm seeing. I like the variation. It seems diverse. It doesn't seem like these are books that I am of the internet. Okay, I'm on BookTube, I'm on BookTok, I'm on Bookstagram, but I'm seeing things on here that I haven't seen before, which I like that. So I've got some books on here that I've marked as want to read, and I'm going to. So that's cool. We will now stop sharing. Hi. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me. It's been quite eye-opening. Um, wow, I haven't read a lot that Goodreads deem award-worthy. But there's definitely someone here that I want to add to my TBR, and I'll get to them when I get to them. I'm very slow. I do have a TBR shelf, as you'll have seen in previous videos, and it builds up quite fast, and sometimes takes me several years to get through. So an interesting voting experience. But thank you for watching. Comment down below your thoughts. Were there many books on here that you have read and enjoyed? Did you think that it was quite diverse, or did you think that there were things that should be on here that weren't on here? I would love to hear about those because I'm always open to new recommendations. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in a video very, very soon. Bye. That was so threatening, sorry.